Hello, everybody, and welcome to Drive-Thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pick Dog's YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour, give you enough time to get your bets in for the primetime games. And that's what we do here on the Drive-Thru, Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, as we deliver live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those free sports picks are our professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who'll be on the show today. All right, we got James Clark with us, Shane Mickle, Damian Sosh on location, Chris Ruffolo. Well, he was in his car getting into his hotel room, so we said, you look better in the hotel room than you do in the car, as you can tell. So he'll be with us in just a little bit. Alex Martin will be with us as well. Ninos and Tony Brown from Las Vegas, back from that Raider game, because he'll have something to say about that big win today. And thank goodness we got him back for the show. He made it. That's good. All right, here's how they're going to line up for tonight. We've got Smart, Sosh, Brown, Mickle, Ruffalo, Clark, Ninos, and then I will close this one out. Okay, I'll fly solo here until Chris gets situated. So let's go ahead and let's get started here with the drive-thru. First, though, we'll go ahead and welcome Alex Smart to the show. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs. Him off to a really hot start in the NFL this season. Let's get him in right now. Alex, what's happening?
Hey, and let's hope we just knock on wood. We're going to keep rocking and rolling with football, all profits, all year long. This is my dream.
Absolutely. This is where the big money gets pushed here with the NFL, college football. All right, here we go tonight, 7 Eastern time. Mets to host the Cardinals. Wild card stake up for grabs here. Mets laying $1.69, total of 8.
Yeah, $1.69, to me, it's worth it. We got Marcus Stroman on the hill today. Stroman, this is a solid pitcher. Always there every game. And, the Mets, finally, when it doesn't matter anymore, their offense comes to life. And just when you thought they were rocking, they went on a big run with a lot of runs scored, they got shut out yesterday. But you know what? When it comes back, the bats are – nothing's on the line anymore. So that's the way the Mets like to play baseball. When nothing's on the line, the Mets come out to play ball. And they're going to take care of this Jake Woodford kid. I don't know. Right now in his last 3 starts, he's got a 6 ERA. He hasn't pitched all that great at the big league level. 5 ERA on the road and a 5.09 bloated ERA. We're just going to go here. We're just going to follow strong with Mets, and I think this is a decent line, $1.69.
All right, Alex Smart here with the $1.69 here on the Mets here against the St. Louis Cardinals. Of course, we talked about this Mets team where they've had some struggles, but again, the Cardinals though coming in winning 5 of 6.
Yeah. I mean, you can't knock. I'm not knocking the Cardinals here. He's just not one of my favorite pitchers. He's low on my power rankings, batter versus pitch rankings. So we're going to go against Woodford here.
Going against Woodford here with the Mets minus 169 against the Cardinals. This one has a start time here of 7 Eastern time over on MLB Extra News Channel. All right, Alex, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Pim tonight. Well, got a full board of games here, all 15 in action tonight for Major League Baseball. Game 2 of that Twins and Indians will be in action tonight. And, of course, what do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium? We see off to a fast start in NFL.
Fast, a lot more action. Also, a few baseball lines that I sort of isolated for tonight. And looking forward to bringing home the cash for anybody who wants to join me.
Absolutely, guys. Get on board here with Alex Smart over at Pick Dogs Prim. You see the numbers here, 395 units in the NFL for this season, all documented. If you go over to the website, you'll be able to his profile page, you'll be able to see the plays there. And, of course, you can get on board right now with Alex's best bet for Major League Baseball is available to you right now on the site for about $30. Get on board with that. And take those winnings, go long-term with Alex because he has a 3, 7, $30 sports patch. You get every play that Alex releases over at Pick Dogs Premium for that period of time. You select when you go to the profile page and you make that purchase, add a second capper with 2-for-1 capper promotion, even greater value there. All right, Alex, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that hotness, and we'll talk with you in a couple days.
Okay, care. See you later.
All right, we had Alex Smart here on the drive. We're still waiting for Chris here to sign in. He's still trying to get situated, so we'll continue on here on the drive-thru. Now it's time to welcome Damian Sosh to the show. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Prim, where he does fine work there. So we can bring in Damian right now. Damian, what's happening?
Hey, how you doing, Tony? Doing good.
Oh, it's doing great. All right, here we go tonight, 8 Eastern time, Bala, Texas. The Rangers to host the Astros here with the Astros 210, total of 9.
Yeah, the Astros put up 15 runs last night against the Rangers. They have the second-ranked offense in the game in Major League Baseball, and I don't think they're going to have trouble scoring here against Jordan Lyles. Lyles has a 5.74 ERA on the season. His last outing against the Astros gave up 5 runs in just a 4 and a third innings pitch, and he also gave up 4 home runs. Lyles pitched against the Astros twice this season. His numbers aren't good against them. He's given up 9 earned runs in just a 10 and a third innings pitched. Houston's going to have Zach Greinke on the mound. Now, Greinke has good numbers on the year, 3.66 ERA, but he's 0-3 in his last 3 starts, has an ERA of 5.06 over those starts. And the last time he pitched against this Rangers team was pretty recently, actually, August 29th. He allowed 6 earned runs in 4 innings pitched. I think we're going to see some runs scored by both teams in this one. I like the over in this game.
All right, we got Damian Sosh says go over the total on this one with the Astros and Rangers. And I can't argue that because Texas started hitting here. Over their past 7 games, hitting 266, which is good for Texas because the Rangers are one of the dreadful team offensively. And, of course, the Astros, it's one of those up and down teams. But one thing you note with the Astros, Damian, is they pretty much dominate the division this year.
Yeah, they really have, and they've really dominated this Texas team too. Taking a look at them on the run line might not be a bad play in this game either. But I really like this game to go over the total. Just the Astros' offense is so dominant, as you mentioned. The way the Rangers are finally starting to swing the bats a little bit. I like this one over the total.
All right, yeah, they're averaging almost 6 runs a game against the AL West. Damian on Astros and Rangers over a total of 9. This one has a start time of 8 Eastern time over on MLB Extra Innings channel. All right, Damian, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium. Well, tonight we got a big card of Major League Baseball. All teams in action are 15 games on the card. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, big card tonight. You can get my 3 favorite Major League Baseball plays. They're all together in my Major League Baseball triple play. 3 plays for one low price. Head on over to the website, check that out. And as always, check out a 3-7 30-day plan with football here. A lot of profits to be made.
A lot of profits to be made from Damian Sosh over at Pig Dogs Premium, showing profit from last night. He's got his MLB triple play right now on the board. Get all his 3 top plays from Major League Baseball tonight for $30. Pretty affordable price there. So get on board with that. And of course, you can take those winnings and go long-term with Damian because he has on the site a 3, 7, and 30L sports pass where you get every play that Damian releases at Pig Dogs Premium for that period of time you select when you go to the profile page and you make that purchase. If you're into football, well, he's got football covered with his NFL and college football combo pass. Every football selection from Damian in this year, college football and pros. It also includes playoffs and bowl games for $8.49. If that's within your budget, good time to get every football play from Damian right now at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, Damian, it's always great having your show. Have yourself a great evening. We'll talk with you next week.
Thank you, Tony. Have a good night.
All right, Damian Sosh here on the drive-thru. All right, let's continue here with our coverage here. Tony T. Just want to remind you guys, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every single day. Of course, it all gets started with that morning show. You got Mitch, Rod Zawacki, and Brian Bittler. Of course, Joe Madden pops in as well. Of course, you'll see some of those spot shows with Joe Madden and Mitch, those halftime shows. They've been on fire. So make sure you have your notifications on. If there's NFL football on, make sure you have your mobile device, have those notifications because you know at halftime Mitch will be coming in, especially for the NFL. A good time to do that when you get into these Monday and Thursday night games. All right. And of course, as we always ask for your help, guys, help us build up our audience with those likes, those thumbs up. We greatly appreciate that. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru as we're waiting for Chris's arrival. They do believe he is back, but we just wait for him to get set up. So we'll continue on here with the show. We're going to welcome into the show Tony Brown. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium, where he does fine work there. Of course, he was just at the Raider game. I believe he was at the Raider game. At least he told me he had season tickets for the game. We know Joe D'Amico was there because I saw it on social media. So let's go ahead and bring in Tony Brown for you right now. I think we got him set up right here. Tony Brown. Tony, what's happening?
What's going on, Tone?
It's going good. It's going great, actually. All right, here we go tonight. Well, first off, what are your thoughts of that Raider game? Were you there in person?
Yeah, of course, man. I mean, you see the picture over there. You see the jersey. I got the Raider shoes. Like, I'll be there every game. I got the season tickets, as I told you before. And until I get married or until I have children, that was the best day of my life, man. It was 60,000 strong. 58,000 of us were Raider fans. We had 2,000 Baltimore fans that flew all the way out here for nothing, and we beat them in overtime. It doesn't get much better than that.
Yep, it doesn't. It was a fantastic game. It was exciting. And, of course, the home dog gets the cash as they've done. The underdogs 12 covers this week in week 1, a record. So we'll keep it going here. And tonight we'll look at baseball here. Dodgers here to host the D-backs. Dodgers laying about 260, total of 9.
Yeah, this is a pretty easy call. At 260, we're not going to touch that juice. That's too high. So we're going to take the Dodgers on the run line. I mean, Arizona is pretty much playing to lose. They're dead last in the standings, 90-plus losses. Like Dodgers and the Giants have 90-plus wins. They're the only two teams in MLB. The Diamondbacks have 90-plus losses. They're almost at 100 losses, and it's a 162-game season. They're one of the worst teams in the MLB, both at home and on the road. So the Dodgers should win this game easily. There's no need to lay that heavy juice. They won last night 5-1, on the run line. And Arizona's just bad, man. Even if they do sneak a game in here or there, betting against the Diamondbacks has been very profitable this season. Not to mention the Dodgers, the defending World Series champions, are on fire at home. They won 7 straight in LA in this building. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Take the on the run line for the Tuesday top pick.
All right, Tony Brown here is going here with the Dodgers run line, -1.5 runs at -125 against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Hard to argue that one, Tony Brown. I mean, when you look at Luke Weaver, you look at his road performance this year, it's an ERA over 8, and then, of course, the Diamondbacks bullpen has just been disappointing as always.
Exactly. And then, like I said, they're going up against the Dodgers. People are so enamored with San Francisco because they're playing well. We're the champs. It's our division. You have to beat the best to be the best. So until San Francisco beats us, we're the best team in baseball. So you're sending a guy out there with an 8+ ERA, the worst team in baseball, against the defending champs. Man, this thing can get ugly quick.
Tony Gonzalez is a pitcher who works really short. He doesn't go very deep into games, but he does bring some quality. And really, this Dodger bullpen has performed really well here in the past few weeks.
Right, and I don't mean to sound hypocritical, but I'm shocked. Like, that was the one chink in our armor. Nobody's perfect. No team just is perfect top to bottom. That was the one chink in our armor, our bullpen. I told you, Kenley Jansen just literally gives me stomach aches and heart attacks all the time. But with great management and just like any other great team, you address your issues and you work things out, and our bullpen's been lights out.
Yeah, but we got to look at the hitting though. The hitting's got to get better if they're going to make it two championships in a row. Remember, and of course you got that possibly wild card game if they don't pass the Giants.
Right. Well, the thing about baseball is pitching. When your pitching goes bad, that's when you're in trouble. When your staff isn't throwing the ball, you're getting into the bullpen early. With those guys over there, with the natural talent, the hitting will come. Baseball that's why it's so long. It's 162 games. You got 20-game win streaks, 10-game losing streaks, 5-game hitting streaks, RBI streaks. So, it's just a natural correction. It's just happens when you go times. But if any team can pick it up, it's going to be the Dodgers. We got Betts, we got Muncy, we got Seager. It's too many bats over there, so we'll get it together.
All right, Tony Brown on the Dodgers run line, -1.5 runs, -125 against the Diamondbacks. This one has a start time, 10 Eastern time over on MLB Extra Innings channel. All right, Tony Brown, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs, where you're doing fantastic work. Over 1,300 units of profit past 3 days. That's documented. Go to Pick Dogs' premium site. Visit Tony Brown's profile page. You can see every play there. It's fully documented. 15 games on the board for Major League Baseball. What do you have going on over the site?
Yeah, it's Tuesday, so I got a couple games up there for my MLB Tuesday top picks, and you can grab those individual games and then parlay that right into a pass. Like, it's college football, it's pro football, it's baseball going right now. There's no need to pay per day, per play, and per sport. You get every pick I release from all of those sports. They're all inclusive with my passes, and you can get the passes for $3, $7, $30, or you can get the full VIP year. And if you're serious about making money, you can't afford not to get that pass.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs Prim. Right now, he has his 3-pack from Major League Baseball's 3 top plays from Major League Baseball, 10-star rated. Get on board with that. And, of course, you can go long-term with Tony. He has that $3, $7, and $30 sports pass. You get every play that Tony Brown releases over at Pick Dogs Prim for that time period you select when you go to the profile page and you make that purchase. So a good time to get on board with Tony Brown. He also has that 1-year pass, every play from every sports. For that 1-year price, affordable. If it's in your budget, go for it. Instead of having to pay per day, per play, per sport, you offer them that 1-year VIP pass.
Yes, sir. That's the way to go if you're serious about making money, man. Like, if you keep paying for these individual plays, it can cost you, man. You pay one time. You've seen the units for the last 30 days. These passes have been paying for themselves, and then you get all my plays for the year for free after you pay for the pass. So if you want to hop on board and make some serious money in the NFL, NCAA, NHL is right around the corner, MLB, then, that's the way to go.
Yeah, absolutely. So get on board here with Tony Brown at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, Tony, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success. We got a message here from Derek Cheatham. He says, we need Tony Brown on the morning show.
I mean, I didn't want to say it. I'm glad someone in the audience said it, so now they can see it. I would love to be back on the morning show. And before I go, can I just say a couple words? One, I believe that we're going to get to the 125 likes, and Chris is, he's not on right now, so I'll give the free play, and I'm going to give it now. Raiders money line Sunday over the Pittsburgh Steelers. I hate Pittsburgh. I love the Raiders.
All right, he's going to give you his money line play. Okay, what's good to us with those Houston Texans? No sweat. You called it right on the dot. What the heck is Jacksonville favorite on the road here against the Texans?
Come on, a new rookie coach, a new rookie quarterback, and their favorite on the road. That was a gimme, man. We're eating good off of that game. Oh, and shout out to my godson. This is the last thing. My godson, Brent Hubbard, out there in Fontana, California. He played his first ever Pop Warner game, 2 touchdowns and a conversion.
Wow, nice. Nice work.
He's going pro.
Nice work. Absolutely, absolutely. All right, the scouts will be out there. All right, Tony, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk with you in a couple of days.
Always appreciate you guys having me on, and I'll see you guys in a couple days.
See you in a couple of days. All right, that was Tony Brown here on the drive-thru. We'll continue on the show. Chris, we're still trying to get Chris wired up here, so we'll see what the story is. We'll continue on as Chris tries to get signed in, so we'll continue. And now it's time to bring in Shane Mickle to the show. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium, where he does fine work there. He also a contributor to the sites as well with his writing skills. Shane, what's going on?
How's it going tonight, Tony?
It's going great, going great. All right, we're going to do some Game 2 action here as the Indians will be on the road here to face the Twins. Twins laying $1.25, total 7.5.
Yeah, these teams have already finished up one game today with the Indians coming out ahead. And I think there's going to be plenty of scoring in this game. This is a pitching matchup between Logan Allen and Charlie Burns. Logan Allen, 1-6, 6.86 ERA. Charlie Burns, 0-3, or Charlie Barnes, 0-3, 6.59 ERA. These aren't the greatest offenses. I think they both can beat up on bad pitching. One other issue the Twins are going to have in this game is that Joe Ryan was supposed to go. They were trying to get 7 innings out of him in the first game. Hurt his hand in the 5th inning. Had to get taken out. So they had to use a couple of bullpen arms that aren't going to be available in this game. Twins bullpen's been awful most of the season. I don't think it's any better in this game. 7.5 in the 7 inning game is a lot to lay. But I still think this game goes well over. I see 8 or 9 runs at least.
All right, we got Shane Mickle here going to over total 7.5 in Game 2, the 7-inning game. As you talked about here with the pitching, both Barnes and Logan Allen have not pitched well this year. And as you talked about, the only thing here with this Indians team is they have really struggled hitting. Entering this doubleheader, they had averaged but 1.4 runs a game the last 7.
Yeah, I mean the Indians' offense has been awful, but they did get it going. Late on the game. I think that's some momentum they can use in the second game.
All right, we got Shane here on Indians and Twins over 7.5 in game number 2. This one has a start time 7:40 Eastern time over on MLB Extra Innings channel. All right, Shane, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight. Well, we got 15 games in the 15 games beginning. Actually, 2 will be starting bottom of the hour here, so there's 15 games up there. Past 30 days, 856 units of profit. That's all documented. When you go to Shane's profile page, you'll find all the plays graded there. What do you have going on over the site?
Yeah, we got one game with the under in that first game that's cashed. 4 plays left technically. 3 of them are in a package, $29.95. If you want that 4th play, you're going to have to hop on something long term. But it's perfect time to hop on something long term. My college football's gotten off to a fast start. The NFL's gotten off to a fast start. So hop on 7 days, get this weekend of college football in the NFL, and we'll make plenty of money together.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Shane Mickle over at Pick Dogs Premium. We can now update those numbers. 1,123 units of profit past 30 days when you visit Shane's profile page. He's been on fire here. He was number 1 in the NBA, and he hasn't stopped. He continues to roll on here, and that's a tough sport to win. Let me tell you that. It's not easy. Not only was he number 1 in the NBA this year, last year he was number 2 to Mitch. So that's fantastic work there because that's a tough sport to cap. Terrific Tuesday night 3-pack right now up on the board from Shane Mickle over at Pick Dogs Premium. His best plays from Major League Baseball on the board. Get on board with those. And of course, you can go long-term with Shane. He's got his 3, 7, and 30-hour sports pass every play from Shane for that period of time. If you want football, well, he's got his NFL and college football season pass in one combo pass right there at an affordable price, $7.49 every football play from Shane this football season, regular season, playoffs, and bowl games. All right, Shane, is always great having your show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you in a couple days.
Sounds good. Have a good night, Tony.
All right, our man Shane Mickle here on the drive-thru. All right, we're still efforting to get Chris. I have his pick, so if he has issues getting the sign in, we'll get his pick at the end of the show. By the way, if you did miss any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap, and I believe James Clark will help me with that tonight. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Chris was up next, but we're still trying to get him signed in. He was in the car and we didn't like that look, so we tried to get in and get set up. So we're still waiting for him there. So we'll continue on here on the drive-thru, and we're gonna go ahead and welcome in James Clark. You'll find James over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, he gave us a nice winner on that over the total with that Raider game. James, what's going on?
Not much, Tony. How you doing, buddy?
It's going great. It's going great. All right. Now we're going back to the home run props tonight.
Yeah, no football today, guys. We're going back to the home run props. I'm looking at this Yankees game. You know, here I go again, picking on the old Baltimore pitching staff. But, you know, I like Anthony Rizzo to hit a home run tonight, guys. If you look, his last 5 games, he's hit 1 home run. His last 10 games, he's hit 3 home runs. But if you look, he's faced Baltimore 5 times. He's hit 3 home runs in his last 5 games against Baltimore. And, you know, we're getting plus 300 here for him to hit a home run. So I really like for him to hit a home run tonight, guys, and cash his ticket. I'm gonna bet $100 on it. You know, everybody jump on and let's cash his ticket tonight with Rizzo hitting us a home run.
All right, James Clark is going to go here with Rizzo to hit a home run here. Anthony Rizzo here at plus 300. And of course, again, as we talk frequently on this show, is picking here on this Alexander Wells. Not only that, but man, this Baltimore pitching staff. Did you see that performance against Toronto in 2 days? It was 3 games. They gave up 44 runs.
Yes. I thought it was a football game. They was giving up so many runs.
Yeah.
But as we look, you know, as we always, you know, you focus in on the matchups, you focus in on who's hot and who's not. But you know, when Baltimore comes to town, your big hitters definitely have a good chance to hit a home run. And even if they're in Baltimore, either way, your big hitters have a big chance to hit a home run.
And the thing is, these pitchers know it. I mean, these hitters know it, right? They're excited. Okay, we got to get these stats up, and they look at their numbers every day too, and they go, "This is a time where we can rake up some homers." And Wells has pitched 22 2/3 innings, and he's given up 4 home runs this year. And of course, that doesn't even. And of course, you got to factor in that horrible Orioles bullpen, which is just. I think the past 10 games, their ERA was over 10. It's been embarrassing.
It has been. And not even your big hitters, you know, even your young hitters, you know, they're always licking the chops when they see Baltimore. You know, I'm going to get me a home run tonight. My dad's going to be in the fans or whatever. But, you know, picking on from the starting pitcher to, like you said, to anybody they bring in. I was trying to think of one of the relievers that's really kind of decent, but I can't think of them right off. But, you know, Baltimore's pitching staff struggled. You know, we didn't think we knew they were going to struggle winning games, but I didn't think they was going to allow this many points and home runs. But, you know, we always got to pick on the Baltimore when they're coming in town or letting somebody else come. But I really like Rizzo to hit a home run tonight, guys.
Let me ask you this here, Chris, because we know James. I'm sorry, James. I got a text from Chris. Rizzo's a left-hander, and the starter here for Baltimore is left-handed. So is there anything you look to when you look at lefty and home runs versus lefties and righties?
Sometimes, yes, I do. Sometimes, you know, when they got a better home run average. You know, I think the other night I gave out, I won't say Freeman, or one of the Braves batters. He hit more home runs on a right-hander than he did his left. You know, I looked at that. But with the Rizzo, you know, his is average, you know, home runs as the right-hander and left. I do look at that. But, you know, when it's about the same, and when he's hit like 10 home runs right-hander and 10 left-hander, it usually gets through out of winners. To me, you know, he can hit on either against either hand. But some of the big hitters I do look like they hit 28 home runs. They got 22 home runs against the right-handed hitters. you know you want to go against the right-handed pitcher that can't pitch too good. But
Yes.
with the Rizzo, you know, he's hit good on right-handed and left-handed pitchers. So I really like him tonight.
That short porch over there, you know, when he's at home, it's a good advantage here to have a guy like Rizzo, especially in that ballpark when they make that trade. It's kind of structured to help him. But but he's on the road in this one. But again, Baltimore is a hitter's park. You see balls fly out of there.
Yes, you do. You know, like I said, not only they like Baltimore welcoming town, they like going to Baltimore too. You know, like you said, getting their stats up, getting the home runs up. You know, a lot of guys still. You know, it's going to be hard to break the 70 home runs or 73 home runs, the burial for the season. But you know, the hitters still love to get the 40, the 50, the home runs a season. You know, they still shoot for that because you know. When they do come free agents, you can look back at that. Oh, he hit 40, and 50. You know, he's going up on his home runs. You know, pay big money. You know all these sports. You know, they're all about winning, but a lot of it's about money too.
Absolutely.
You know, as you see, they sign in the off season, $300, $400 million, and a lot of it you look at. If it ain't a pitcher, they're looking at the home runs or the RBIs. And when you come to Baltimore, they can rack up on both of those.
Flicking up their chops here to face that Baltimore pitching staff. All right, Anthony Rizzo hit home run at plus 300 from James Clark. All right, James, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Primo. You're doing fantastic work right now over at Pick Dogs Primo. Take a look at these numbers past 7 days. That's all documented. 1,463 units of profit. Of course, when you go to James's profile page over at Pick Dogs Primo, you can see every play. It's graded immediately. What do you have going on over at the site with a 15-game card?
Guys, I just got a 3-pack today, 3 of my best MLB plays that I got going on. Guys, if you look at that number in the last 7 days, and a lot of that's got to do with football. I agree. I've been waiting on football to come around. Here we are, 2 weeks in college football. We're getting ready to be on 3. 1 week in the NFL, getting ready to start the 2nd week. If you would have bought my packages before they started, you would have doubled your money on the packages for the football, NFL, and college. You would have done doubled your money. I like football, love football. Like I said, usually when you love something, you're going to do it to the fullest. I love doing this. Like I said, I just jump on those football packages. You know, I don't want to sit here and just keep putting myself out there bragging or whatever. I ain't really trying to brag. I'm just trying to say, if you want to make your best bang for your buck, and like Tony Brown always says, instead of paying, you know, for per play per day, you know, here you go. You know, jump on these football packages, or you know, team me up with any of these other guys on the site. You know, I say this all the time when I get on here. We got the best cappers in the world, and we do. So you know, team me up with one of them guys, and let's go 3-0 tonight, and you can upgrade to 3, 7, or 30 day. Or like I say all the time, you know, team me up with any of the cappers on the show, from Tony Brown to Big Al, Little Al. Tony T, Rob, Chris, Mitch, any of the guys, Brian Biller, any of the guys on the show, and girl on the show, you know, team me up with them, and we'll put some money in your pockets.
That's right, guys. Get up over here with James Clark over at Pick Dogs Primo. You see the numbers here: 1,460 units of profit, all documented. He's got his MLB 3-pack money stack going on right now. His 3 best plays from Major League Baseball. Of course, you can take those winnings, go long-term with James Clark. You can see that he has his football pass up there. He combines it in one as well. NFL and college football season-long pass. Entire football coverage here. NFL, college football, regular season, postseason, and bowl games all in that one pass for $685. Very affordable. Go to the bottom of the page here on his profile page and get signed up. All right, James, as always, great to have you on the show. Continue that success, and we'll talk to you a little later here on the recap.
All right, Tony. As I say, I always appreciate you having me on the show, Tony, and good luck, everybody, tonight, and let's catch this home run ticket.
All right, we shall. All right, Tony, we got James Clark here on the drive. We'll continue. We see Chris. I need a thumbs up. You're ready for the camera here because you're up next. He's ready for the camera. All right, so let's continue on here on the drive. Welcome, Chris, to the show. Chris, how you doing?
Geez, so you know that LA traffic of yours is no joke. I think I would have been here about 20 minutes earlier had I actually realized how serious you guys are telling me the traffic is here. But no, we are here. We're ready to go. It's another good day.
Another good day, absolutely. All right, Chris, let's take a look at your game tonight here at 8 Eastern time. Got the Royals here to host the Athletics. The Athletics laying $1.75, total of 9.
Yeah, absolutely. And this was a game I kind of went back and forth on over the course of the day, and I was originally leaning towards the under because Frankie Montas for the A's has been an under machine, and the A's need to really keep winning to sort of keep pace in the playoff picture. So you would think a playoff type atmosphere could be in the cards here, but after doing a little bit of digging, I switched course. I'm going to the over in this one. Jackson Kowar goes for the Royals here. He's made 5 starts at the professional level, posting a 9.53 ERA. And he did so badly his first time up in the majors. Kansas City sent him back down only to call him back up when the rosters expanded at the beginning of September. Mike Matheny, he's letting him go deeper into games to try to get his feet wet and really get him comfortable. The problem is that Cowar's just not getting the job done. Gave up 6 runs to the Orioles of all teams in his last start. And also given up at least 3 walks in each of his starts so far this month. The A's got to Kowar for 4 runs through just over an inning and a third of work back in June. And the A's simply playing the better baseball right now, crushing the ball. But we can't forget that this Royals team has had some offensive life come to their bats late in the season as well. We talk about Sal Perez being right up there at the top of the home run race. You've got consistent hitters like Whit Merrifield, Nicky Lopez, guys of that nature. I think this could easily be a game that hits double digits by the end of it. So I'm looking towards the over in this one.
All right, then we got the over here from Chris in this one. The only thing you got to sweat here is a Montaz quality start. Or deep into games. We know the Athletics bullpen is the reason why the Athletics are pretty much out of it, is because it's how horrible this bullpen has performed here down the stretch as they're trying to claw back into contention or at least grab that wild card. Is that bullpen. Montaz though has put up some solid numbers here of late.
Yeah, and that's why I said Montaz has been an under machine, and that was kind of why my initial lean was towards the under. Is just because you see one number that's so dominant for a pitcher like Montaz, and you're like, okay, well, maybe it's under. But then you realize Kowar on the other side has just been, batting practice. He's been a piñata for other teams this season, and it almost gets to a point where you could think that maybe the A's could get us to this total on their own if they have enough chances at Kowar. You have to wonder if maybe Matheny's even going to give him that much rope that he doesn't hang himself with it. You know what I mean? So it's a double-edged sword. You're going with an over against Montas, but you're going with it also against Kowar. So I just think it's more the latter here. I think Kowar, shoots himself in the foot once again, and with the ways that the A's are playing right now and needing, positive performances to really help themselves in the playoff race, I think we have a higher scoring game in this one.
For a high scoring game here, Kowar did have that one home start, by the way, that was pretty good. No runs to Cleveland in 6 innings and 2 runs. But the other 3 were on the road, and it's not panned out. When you add it up here, it's an ERA of 9 in his 4 starts. Only 14 innings of work. It's pretty rough. We're here on the over here with Athletics and Royals over 9, and this one has a start time here of 8 Eastern time. You'll be able to watch this one over on MLB Extra Innings channel. All right, Chris, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Prim. Well, we have a few games that just started, so we're down to 13 games in the prime time. Looking good here past 30 days, 777 units of profit. What do you have going on over the side?
Well, maybe that's lucky. Maybe it's a sign of things to come for me with the rest of the month. We've been consistently on that 30-day leaderboard for some time now. Just keeping it going, slowly, just chipping away and making people money while we do it. That's going to be more of the same, over the course of baseball, college football. Tonight I got my Tuesday 10-star titanium top tip for MLB action. One play that my favorite play on the board that I think you guys have to get on. I suppose we talk about the season passes. College football. Last year I was known for putting out maybe more than my fair share of plays, but this year we've kind of reeled it in, and I think now we're starting to find the success with it. Putting out the best of the best. We don't need to have 10, 15 games to make a big profit. You just need a few good games that you can really be confident in. I think that's what we're putting out every week. So check those out, as well as the long-term passes. Those are going to be some of your best value going forward, whether it's just me or with another capper, the 2-for-1. Yes, the possibilities are endless for you over at Pick Dogs. Go over and check it out.
All right, get on board here with Chris Ruffalo over at Pick Dogs. You see the numbers here, 777 units of profit past 30 days. You get on board with his plays tonight. That titanium MLB top pick is up right now from Major League Baseball. You can take those winnings and go long-term with Chris. He has that 3, 7, and 30-day All Sports Pass where you get every play that Chris releases over at Pick Dogs Brain for that time period. I like that 7-day pass because you'll get a week of football from Chris, NFL, college football, as well as his baseball. At the end of that period, you can go long-term with a long-term pass because Chris has his NFL and college football season combo pass up there for an affordable price at $750. So get on board with Chris Ruffalo over at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, let's continue on the show. A couple more picks to come in I know we got some likes coming in here because I looked at it here, about 111 likes. Can you set a little short-term goal here for the show?
You know what? We're how many more picks do we have, Tony?
Two more picks. Two.
You know what? We're at 111 likes. Right now, I got 244 people watching. I'll tell you what, we can get to 150. I will give you guys the 2 home run props that I have my money on tonight for the Major League Baseball action.
Absolutely. All right, great. All right, so 150. We'll get those 2 home run props from Chris Ruffalo. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Let's go ahead and welcome El Ninos. So show you'll find El over at Pick Dogs Premium. El, what's happening?
Not much. Just trying to get us some more winners on the show here. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Let's do it here. Late night game, 9:45 Eastern time, has the Giants hosting the Padres. San Francisco laying $1.80, total of 9.
Yeah, and I just smashed my like button for Chris's play there too. So make sure you all do that too. But yeah, back to this game. Giants sending Anthony DeSclafani to the mound to host. When they host Jake Arrieta and the Padres. They're the better team here. The Padres have a lot of talent on their roster, or some very talented players on the roster, I should say. But I do think the Giants are the better team as a whole. And, they got lots of talent too, and definitely a big pitching advantage tonight. San Francisco is also the much harder team coming into this one, having won 8 straight, while San Diego's lost 4 in a row. DeSclafani's having a very, very good season. He's coming off a pretty mediocre start, I guess, by his standards this year. But I expect him to bounce back like he's done much of the year. Arrieta, on the other hand, is having the worst season of his career and will be going up against a team that's scored 6 or more runs during that 8-game streak right there. Yeah, we're looking at the Giants here. We're going run line for the show. I personally bet them -1 earlier. Now the price has gone up a bit, so I'd probably just I was looking at it to see if I wanted to bet it again. I probably will end up betting this one again. Just a 3-pack up on the premium side. This one could have very well been up there. I really like this play a lot. But you might just want to stick to the run line now, especially if you don't like pushes or you don't like laying much juice. Just go Giants run line.
All right, Al's on the Giants run line, -1.5 runs, +110. All right, Chris, this Giants team doesn't look like they want to give up any ground to the Dodgers here as we close out the regular season.
Yeah, and that's I think a big chunk of why you'd have to take the Giants here on the run line. The Padres just struggling right now. And I haven't checked it. I think it's still Jake Arrieta going for the Padres.
That's who I have on.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what
I was going to say
here.
Arrieta
Confirmed.
Yeah, Arrieta has not had a team win any of his starts in his last 10 going back to the middle of June, and I think that just goes to speak to how he's pitched as a whole. He's given up 8 runs in 8.1 innings since joining the Padres. This was supposed to be a move to put a Band-Aid over a bullet hole, and it just turns out that the Band-Aid just sunk in, and it's been absolutely terrible. So I like the Giants here as well. I think that this is, Tony, like you said, for the playoff race. This is just it's a bigger game for the Giants. They're not just happy with making the playoffs; they want to win the division. So I like the Giants here as well on the run line.
Yeah, it's confirmed lineup now. Arrieta, and of course, not an experienced manager at San Diego. Probably doesn't want to have to tell Arrieta we're putting you into the bullpen. You would have thought an experienced manager would have already had him in the bullpen, right, Al?
Or worse. But yeah, anyways, I don't know. He's still starting, so we're going to take advantage of it while we still can.
Absolutely, a quick hook. All right, the Giants run line -1.5 runs, +110 against the Padres. This one has a start time here of 9:45 Eastern time over on MLB Extra Innings channel. All right, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Premium. Now we got a few games that just went off. 13 games into the prime time hour. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, I actually lied earlier. Sorry, my 3-pack went off earlier, so just got my best bet of the night left up there, and should have maybe another late pick after that. But definitely check it out. My best bet on the board. I mentioned how much I like this one. This other play should come through just as easily. So yeah, make sure you check that out.
Yeah, check out El Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's got his one play up there tonight, his MLB home run play, he calls it, for $25. His big bet for tonight. Get on board with that. Of course, you can go long-term with Al with his long-term passes, 3, 7, and 30 Al Sports Pass. He also has his football passes. Hey, if you're looking for picks from Al all the way to the last game of the World Series, well, he has his MLB season pass now up on the site. All right, Al, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a great night. We'll talk with you soon.
All right, have a good one, guys.
All right, Ninos here on the drive-thru. All right, Chris, how are we looking on the light goal?
Looks like we've just hit the light goal, just got to 150, so we'll have those 2 home run props for you guys during the recap.
All right, recap will come on right after my pick, so we'll continue on here on the drive-thru. So make sure if you missed any of the plays, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show. I'll be looking at this game at 7 Eastern time. Phillies hosting the Cubs. Phillies laying $2. Total sits here at 9.5, and I'm going to stick with this Cubs plus 181 here against the Phillies. I know it's Adrian Sampson on the mound, but his past 2 starts have been okay. 3 earned runs allowed in 9 innings. Kyle Gibson will go for the Phillies. The veteran here over his past 2 starts, 11 earned runs and 6 walks. The walks are what bothered me here in 10 innings, resulting in losses in both games. Phillies opened this series losing 5 of 6. It's not the losing streak, but you're losing 3 of 4 to Colorado of all teams at home. Past 10 games, Phillies batting .225. Their bullpen and ERA near 6.5 in their past 10. I'm looking Cubs, Chris, plus 181, because the Cubs are not zombies anymore. They came to life.
It came to life after everything was sold. It was almost like this team was just being weighed down by all the quality players that they had, so they had to get rid of them to start winning games. But I'm looking at this. This was not a game I loved personally. I leaned towards Philadelphia on the run line just to try to get the price down. But realistically, this is probably a game I'm just going to rather watch, just because, like you said, the Cubs have been playing well. Phillies need the win. I think they cancel each other out, so it's probably a stay-away spot for me.
All right, Chris, staying away from this one. I like the Cubs plus 181 against the Phillies. This one has a start time of 7 Eastern time over on MLB Extra Inning Channel. My best bet from Major League Baseball is on the board right now, coming off a winning 2-0 day yesterday as my under came in on the Cardinals game. And of course, the Raiders plus the 4 comes in. My best play tonight, Major League Baseball over at Pick Dogs. I'm also part of the 2-for-1 handicapper promotion with my 3, 7, and 30 L Sports Pass. Match me up with one of the cappers you hear on the show. Chris Ruffalo, Ninos, James Clark, Tony Brown, Damian Sosh, Alex Smart. Pick any of the cappers there. 2-for-1 capper promotion, great value. All right, let's continue on here on the show. Now it's time for our recap, and we'll get the props to you in a little bit here. We got James Clark will join us here on the recap. Alex Smart was on the Mets, minus 169 against the Cardinals. Damian Sosh, Astros Rangers over 9. Tony Brown says Dodgers run line minus 1.5 runs, minus 125 against the Diamondbacks. Shane Mickle, Indians Twins over 7.5 in game 2. Chris was on Athletics Royals over 9. James was on Anthony Rizzo to hit a home run plus 300. El Ninos Giants run line minus 1.5 runs plus 110 against the Padres. Yours truly on the Cubs plus 181 against the Phillies. I'm going to add Tony Brown's pick. If you missed it, remember he gave us that money line winner on the Houston Texans. We hit our Lyco. He likes the Las Vegas Raiders money line against the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's his pick here for our Lyco tonight. So Tony Brown coming in with the Raiders at money line against the Steelers. And we'll start here with Chris. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
God, it's like a perfect storm. Tony Brown with the Raiders against the Steelers. Good Lord, I like that one, but for today, I'm gonna side with Al. I like the Giants on the run line. I think that's a solid play for tonight.
All right, Giants going against that Arietta. All right, James, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I'm gonna go with Shane's pick here. I look for the Indians and Twins score up. I know it's just a 7-inning game, but I still look for them to get over 7.5 runs here. Both of these teams got some bats, and I look for both these pitchers to give up some runs and us get over 7.5.
Going over 7.5, and I'll tell here with Al's pick, Giants run line here, picking on Arietta plus 110 against the Padres. All right, Chris, we got the light goal. It's time for your home run props.
Yeah, these are 2 plays. I got to get them in quick, so my laptop percentage is very, very low. But tonight, I like Kyle Tucker to hit a home run at plus 330. I think you couldn't go wrong with any of the Astros tonight. But I think Tucker's given us some great value against a pitcher in Jordan Lyles, who has given up 9 home runs in 5 starts. He's given up almost 2 home runs per 9 innings. And then you look at Kyle Tucker. We talked about that isolated power percentage, where basically you're measuring using a metric where you're taking the slugging percentage, subtracting the batting average, and it's basically going to tell you how much raw power the batters are putting up. I said $140 is about the major league average. About 220 is excellent. Kyle Tucker's got a 252 isolated power percentage against right-handed pitchers, 44.6% fly ball rate, and he's hitting 38.8% hard contact against pitches he's seeing this season. I think we're getting some great value with Tucker. And a little one that I had to go off the board with, but we're still going to pick on that Giants-Padres game, Lamonte Wade Jr. is to hit a home run at plus 550. I think we can all agree this is arguably probably the worst season that Jake Arrieta's had. He's given up a 23.5 home run to fastball run ratio this year. You know what? I think that with Arrieta giving up over 2 home runs per 9 innings, Wade Jr. sitting at some decent plus money at plus 550. He's hitting the ball hard, 40% hard contact this season, hitting almost 20% of his home runs against fastballs. I think we're getting some great value with Wade Jr. as well tonight. So Lamonte Wade Jr. and Kyle Tucker to hit home runs, my 2 home run props for tonight.
All right, your 2 home run props. All right, hey James, I got to ask you. We didn't ask you before the show. Do you have anything here on the light goal?
Yeah, since we got 150 guys, I'm gonna stay with in that Yankees game. I like for Judge to hit a home run tonight too. Aaron Judge. I know I gave out a Rizzo. I'll give out Judge too because the Yankees are made on home runs. I mean, if they're not hitting home runs, they're not going to win. I see a lot of them going over the fence tonight. So maybe parlay those two up. But I looked at Judge earlier; it was plus 220 for Aaron Judge to hit a home run. Parlay them up or just bet them single. I like both of them. And I like Chris's too. Maybe parlay all 4 of them up and put 5 or 10 on it and see what you get. It's got to be a good payout.
All right, James Clark here picking on these Orioles pitching staff. It's going to be hot weather tonight in Baltimore, about 80 degrees, and we believe it. Last check, the wind was blowing out. I'll get an update here on the weather here in this game here. 6 mile per hour. Yeah, we got 8 mile per hour out. 82 degrees, right. Wind blowing 8 miles. Hot weather, perfect setting there for home runs. All right, that'll do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Tune in tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. Have 8 cappers booked on the show, giving out live free sports picks for the games in prime time. Always get started in the morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time with Mitch, Rod Sawacki, Brian Biller. Check the time. It may be changing to 10:30 or 11. Check the morning show. Mitch will keep you updated with that. And, of course, don't forget the YouTube membership, VIP. Great value. Follow the link below and get signed up. All right, let's bring in the crew tonight. Wave good night to everyone. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow live at